Hi, I'm Leo Garcia, and this is my YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be talking about right hand arpeggios, picking up where we left off last time. Last time we talked about the 6 patterns that we should be using on a regular basis in our technique practice. All patterns that start with thumb. And today we're going to take that a step further and show you how to start using the thumb with the other fingers. So before we were doing an example like P-I-M-A, now we're going to do P and I together and then M-A. So instead of doing 4 notes, it's going to be triplets or 3 notes. So let's go through those patterns and I'll show you what to do. So instead of P-I-M-A, we're going to do P-I-M-A, except we're going to combine the P and the I. So this is another way to practice our patterns. It's important to be able to play the thumb with the other fingers at the same time without having the thumb completely displace the hand. So it takes some practice to get used to that, unless you just want to play solos, single lines for the rest of your guitar time. So let's bring thumb in, and again, instead of doing P-I-M-A, we're going to combine the first 2, so we reduce it to 3 notes basically, but 1 compound stroke. So. Again, at home, you should use a metronome. I'll go through all the patterns now. And the same idea with planting, where before when we were doing P-I-M-A separately, we would plant them all. We're going to do the same thing here, except that P and I are going to be going together at the beginning. So we plant everything, and then we'll go through all the patterns, and I'll talk about them as we go along. If there's anything that I think might help, or that I notice. Okay, so P and I together, and then M-A. Next one, we're going to do P and I together, and then A-M. All right, next one, P and M together, so P-M and then I-A. Next one, we're going to do P and M together again, but this time A-I. All right, and now finally P and A together with M-I. So on P-A-M-I, we're going to make sure that we sequentially plant. So in other words, P and A will play, and then M lands, and then M will play, and then I will land. All right. By the way, that's a really great way to practice tremolo too, except you would do it on 1 string. So instead of doing you can practice. It's a good way just to train A to be on the string a little bit earlier, even though maybe in the long run you wouldn't plant all the time in tremolo. But anyway, so that's a good way to apply that. All right, and then the last one, P and A, and then I, M. So here we go. So one way to put these into practice is simply to, like we've done before, you put very simple left hand, keep it simple so that you can focus on your tone and focus on rhythm. But, I'd like to maybe do a chord where I would do... all the way up to 10th, and then I would go back down maybe with a different pattern or speed it up a little bit on the metronome, or speed it up every quarter of the way or whatever, however you like to do it. But I think it's important to do them a lot so that you build up some endurance and some comfort in bringing thumb in with the arpeggio. Another really good point is to use the thumb across different strings. Sometimes that's, we want to keep index, middle, and ring finger stationed over their strings, and then have the thumb move. So you could do something like we just did, except you would play 6, 5, 4, 5. So. And then go through the patterns that way. And that way thumb also starts to get used to some of the distances and also the distances away from the fingers without sacrificing your hand position. So remember, thumb has to accommodate 3 fingers as opposed to 3 fingers accommodating the thumb. All right, well there we have a continuation of our exploration with arpeggios, this time using thumb with the fingers and not separately. I hope that helped. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share, and I will have something new for you next time. All right, bye.